it's Jennifer Filzen. We are now in 2022, and I have my first guest for the year,
Yay!
Viviana Puello. Yay! Welcome.
Exciting.
I love it. I love it. I was just on her show. This is the fun thing about podcasting, right, Viviana? Like, we get to know each other. We met each other through Maureen Pisani, who
Yes.
a wonderful friend of both of us. She's just amazing. If you don't know who Maureen Pisani is, she is the hypnotherapy gal that uses science-based hypnotherapy. Pro Thrive is her business, and she's just on fire with her many books and her PhD in hypnotherapy. And she brought us together. And Viviana and I both have creativity in common. We both have business in common. We both are entrepreneurs. It's just like so much fun. So, Viviana, tell us, you were telling me that before we started officially, but
Yeah.
tell us about your big launch.
Yes. So tomorrow we're launching the spring issue of Arturo International. So I'm the CEO, founder, and editor in chief, three hats, right? Of Arturo International magazine. It's a multimedia platform for artists and creative entrepreneurs. So we have an art magazine, we have a TV show, the podcast, all media that you can imagine, we do. So
Wow.
yeah, every season, so we share four issues every year, and every season one comes up. Tomorrow is the issue for the anniversary, the 11th anniversary of the magazine.
What?
Yeah.
11 years? Wow. Okay, so
Yeah,
Quarterly Magazine on all platforms, 11 years running.
11.
I have to know, how did you get started? How did you get to this point? And tell us about your journey.
Yes. So I was an artist, an independent artist, passionate, of course, about art, but it was not, that was not the whole story. I started as a single mom, struggling, and if I have to go back, oh my goodness, I don't
Right?
remember,
Don't want
guys.
to
No, I don't remember.
relive those years. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I had a rough start in life, but I think that helped me a lot to where I am today. It really helped me to relate, to understand the heart of the human being, because I was able to hit rock bottom. I was homeless at a point. I lost everything, everything, and had to start from scratch. So I did. I am a believer. So I believe in God. I believe in this incredible universe of us. And that faith kept me going. I'm very strong. Women are so strong and so much stronger than we think we are. And those are the moments when you get tested. It's like, okay, this is what you're made of.
Hmm.
You're really made of, titanium. It was not bronze. It was titanium that you were made of, and you didn't know it. So that happened, and I was raising my children, and they were my love in life. And when they started growing, I started trying to explore the options of becoming a full-time artist, which is challenging. If there's any artists out there, guys, I get you. It's so freaking scary to even think about leaving. I'm gonna leave my job because I just want to do this. So that
Right.
was not on my mind when I started. I really wanted to keep my sustenance. I have to support my family, but I still want to do this. And I was doing both up to a point when I got really sick because I was giving too many hours here and there. And I went in that crossroad where I had to make a decision of what do I want to do here. And I think it was at the right time, at the right moment, at the right time. And I'm not gonna say lucky. I believe in there's no coincidence, right? There's all these, I don't know, life brings you at the right moment these teachers. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I don't know if you remember the late Dr. Wayne Dwyer. I
Oh,
think I
yes.
have to
Yes.
give him
Big follower of his. Oh,
such credit for my change, because that's exactly when he published The Power of Intention, is when I got the strength. I read that book. I follow him so much, and I got the strength to do what I wanted to do. So I started as an independent artist, working really hard, helping other artists, and I created my first art organization almost 20 years now.
Wow.
And yeah, I started, young, showing in artworks, my artworks in the art fairs, in the park, carrying things here and there, driving U-Haul trucks full of artworks in the back. And yeah, all that good stuff. I'm still sometimes driving. And about 12 years ago, I had the idea of creating Arturo International. I had learned so much in the process of creating exhibitions. I was always frustrated. I never got the marketing when I wanted or the way I wanted it. Social media was the beginning, and I was passionate about it. I always loved marketing. It was like part of, my DNA.
Right.
And I was never happy or satisfied whenever I hired PR agents for the exhibitions that we did. I was never happy, so I figured, let me just create my own thing. And that's what I did with Arts International. And we started 11 years ago with the first issue in December of 2011. Yeah. And it went out to like 1,500 readers, that first issue. And in the process of about, I would say, 5 years, we were able to hit 2 million readers. So
Wow.
that was quite something. The beginning was challenging. I was not anymore, thank goodness, but I was one of the few women in the industry, in the art publishing industry. I'm a Latino, so women of color, the first one too. It was challenging. And I had people laughing at me because I'm an artist, what are you gonna do? You're not a publisher, you're not this, what are you gonna do? And the same people that used to laugh at me now come for advice. How about that one?
Mhm. That is something to be proud of, right? Because you've slugged it out. You've figured this stuff out.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And that's what makes you special and unique. You're not like, oh, I'm just going to do my art and just do the art for art's sake. You actually wanted
Yeah.
to make a career out of it. You
Yeah.
wanted you wanted to feed your family. You wanted to do it, but you wanted to make some money. And hats off to you because even in the best of circumstances, it's tough to make
It
it
is.
in the
It
fine
is.
art. Yeah.
It is very challenging. It's a very challenging industry. Now there's a lot of avenues for artists. There's a lot to explore. So I think they have a lot of opportunities, even in the midst of these difficult times. There's a lot going on the web. But back then I had to get creative and learn on my own. There was no one there to hold me by my hand and tell me this is what you have to do. So we have to learn. And I say we because we have a team, my partner and I, and he had to learn his part of the industry. He is the video producer, the graphic designer. So he was learning all this because it's different when you're doing this for the arts, when you're creating a film. He's a filmmaker as well. So we have to learn the whole process on our own. And I think that makes you, when you don't know something, and if there's anybody out there who's been wanting to do something and is waiting to, I don't know, for the right person to come, the right coach, the right mentor, just do it. Because when you don't know something, you have that insecurity. It gives you that thirst of learning. I have to learn, I have to know, I want to do this the right thing. And that is so incredible because then you learn so much more. Think
Yes.
about people who already know, they think they know. Right? They're not gonna invent it. But if you don't know a process, you're gonna get creative. You're gonna learn how it's done, but you're gonna get creative on your own way and become probably a disruptor, which is one of the things that I talk about in my book, by the way. Because when you are a disruptor, that's when you're successful. That's when you start breaking glass ceilings and standing out and doing things differently and probably better for your clients as well. Yeah.
And let's talk about that a little bit. Okay, you have now over a million readers over all this time, and yeah, you're a disruptor. How did you do it? How did you serve these people and just get so much goodwill and so much of a following? That's amazing.
Yes. I think most of it is because we have It's a family. Arturo International success, it's we owe that to our clients as well. So our artists are our family. The artists were sharing also the magazine. So when you become an ally for your clients and they're happy with you, that word of mouth, that travels really fast, either good or bad. So we better go the extra mile. And we have built an incredible network in over 100 countries. We have artists where you cannot imagine. They are locations that really remote and they are followers. They are either artists or they're watching our TV show. We did the legwork. I do have to say the first 6 years and still, but the first 6, 7 years of our journey, and we stopped in 2000. We didn't stop. Let's say the virus stopped us. But the
Okay.
first years of our journey, probably 7 years most, we were traveling the world. We were going here and there. There was no money saving here. It was all invested in, okay, let's go. For example, in Morocco, they were doing the first biennial. They needed support. We traveled. We were there and we covered the event and we showcased. So now we have a following in the country. They were doing the first biennial in Dublin. We were there. We traveled. We interviewed the artists. We've been to Dubai. We have been to Lebanon, Spain, Portugal, Italy, France, Canada, you name it. Colombia, well, I'm from Colombia. A lot of countries that we have traveled, even the desert, the Sahara Desert, we've been. And Morocco, it's beautiful. And we traveled so that, and we were able to do that. We were living in Italy, so it was easier over there to travel to all these countries and create that following, create that network. If you're not able to do it, I think networking is it, the secret and the magic of it. No man is an island, right? We need people, so we need that networking. We need it, and yeah,
Wow. So as you're going around the world doing all this stuff, you're meeting all these wonderful people, telling them about what you're doing, but then they're also like, oh my gosh, yes, I need to get
yeah,
together with folks because they can help me grow my art business.
exactly, exactly, exactly.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so wow, Viviana, you are just so impressive. I love you.
Thank you.
So we all have a why, right?
Mm,
And this has been a tough journey. Why? Why have you been doing this? Because and I'm proud of you, but like, you know what I mean? Like, were there
yeah.
the days where you had a hard time getting out of bed, going, "Why the hell am I doing this?" And then why did you keep going? So what was the driving passion behind it all?
Well, I think that my passion is for the arts because, well, the why goes back to my childhood. I had a very, very rough one, and you want to find out more, you're gonna have to read my book. But I had a very rough childhood, and the thing that got me, that helped me, that saved me from probably ending on the streets because of trauma was art, because I was passionate about it. And I understand the struggle. I was an artist. I was trying to make it. I am an immigrant. I know how it feels being alone or a single mom, or I was homeless. I know what it feels losing everything. So I think that created in me that desire to help, that desire to do something else. I had a job. I was earning money. I was doing administration, sales. I was, doing good, but this is my passion. This is something that when I do, like for example, tomorrow when we publish that magazine, there's this feeling of fulfillment. Now maybe these artists who had never been seen before is gonna get seen by so many people. So if I can influence one life, that I'm happy, but I'm able to change practically the life of so many artists. And that for me, that's a why. That's what makes me keep going, is because we have hard moments. We have difficult times. We've had times where we're like, okay, do we keep going or what? What do we do here? What are we gonna invent? And I had in the past those moments, but it's always the voices, and that's my why. I get so many emails from artists thanking me. I thank the universe for that, because I am blessed to work in a company that is not just a company, it's a family, like I said. And I am blessed with receiving emails from people that are thankful. They're just thankful, and they share with me their experiences, what happened with their careers. And that I think that's a big why for me, in to leave that legacy, whatever it is, for the ones that are coming after me, my children, grandchildren, whatever it is that they do, to make sure that the goal is to help other people, and to be happy while doing it. So do whatever it is that makes you happy, and that's a priority, because that was my priority. Was not, I'm gonna make money, it's gonna grow. My priority was, I'm going to do this because I like it, I really love it, and I enjoy it. And after that, and I have fun with it. I mean, that's the best part of it, having fun.
Because
Yeah,
if you're going to devote that much energy, you better love what you do, right? Because otherwise,
absolutely.
it's a grind.
It's got to
Yeah,
be your why. If your why is something else, you're gonna stop at a certain point, you're gonna give up.
right. So what is your business model? Does the magazine make its money off of the advertisements and it's free to distribute? Or are you charging for the magazine and people pay for the subscription and membership of being part of a community? Is it a combination of all of that? Is it the artists? It's so fascinating. The magazine world, and even though it's
It's
not it's
challenging.
not always print, it's still very much a promotional, great PR piece that
Yeah,
does a lot of work and a lot of
yeah.
design. How do you do it?
So our magazine is actually also in print. So we are print and digital. The magazine goes to Barnes and Nobles, and we also have subscriptions, direct subscriptions to our website. Our business model, we provide all type of services, anything that has to do with PR and advertising for the artists, and that's our focus. So for creative minds, not just, they don't just get an article on the magazine, because then that's it, that's the end of it. We extend it to a level of, we get them ready, we help them with media kits, we do PR agency work for them, so place them on podcasts, get them in on the news if they need to, send newsletters for their events. There's a whole array of products that we have created, and we extend it. When, with the pandemic, we were like, what, we had so much more time, we were not traveling. We have a gallery here in New York too, so we also organize exhibitions for them. So pretty much most of the services and coaching. And I started coaching last year. I was asked by artists. I'm the opposite. A lot of people go into coaching because they just love it, they want to do it, and then they find the clients. I had clients asking me, and I didn't want to do it. I wasn't sure I was going to love that. It's like, okay, being the teacher, I don't know. That creates a conflict. No, I fell in love with it. So I also do coaching for artists, and I'm ready to start our mastermind in April once, the publication of the book and everything is ready. I'm excited about that too, because I really want to share everything that I can, whatever it is that's in here and that can help anyone else. I want to share it. Yeah.
Amazing. So now, what advice do you have? Because you're right, there are a lot of people, they have no idea where to start. They've been spending all of their time practicing their scales on their instrument and recording albums,
Yep.
and they have been dancing on the dance floor with all the private lessons,
Yep.
and suffering the bruises and the bunions. They have been investing in a bunch of art supplies and throwing some out because the oils got, they went bad, and lots of canvases, and trying to figure out where to store these things. Like, there's so many things that the artist, whether it be performing artist or fine artist or what have you, or even the weekend artist, right? They've got the day job, but they
Yep.
really want their side hustle to become something. And so they've been focusing on their craft, but they haven't been necessarily focusing on how to be the business person in that, how to be the PR person, how to work social media, how to build a website. Even creating an online store for their goods. There's so much you
Yes,
can dabble in.
yes.
What advice do you have for anybody who wants to make it a good go and make a career out of this and get money?
Well, the first thing you have to do is see your hobby or your passion or however you call it as a business. The first thing you have to do is change that have that mindset of this is my business, because your job is there, and we also have, or when we are working, that belief that, and that's what I hear from a lot of artists, well, I cannot leave that job because it's reliable, because I have to trust it. But the thing is, and I think these 2 years have shown to us that nothing is 100% secure. The one thing that you have that you're not going to lose is yourself. So if you can create something for yourself, you already have won. Even if you're not targeting a huge salary, if you can start whatever it is that you can start and keep going from there, you already won, and not stop. So you have to see it as a business and structure it as a business as well. There's a lot that goes on right behind the scenes of a business. We can either, learn online, hire a coach. I'm here. I'm welcome. I do have on my website, you can fill out an application. If not, learn. We have many courses also online. They're free. You go to vivianapuello.com. There's a lot of free courses, but learn how to do the key elements for your career. Learn what you need on your website. Learn how to create your media kit. Learn how to take a good photo with your phone. You don't need a big camera, but present those photos properly on your website as well. And then learn how to market that, because it's important. Either you're going to do it yourself or you're going to have somebody to help you. But if you're starting, you know how it is, you're going to have to do it on your own. So you have to be willing to, do the work. And just remember, you are doing the work for yourself. And if you keep going, and if you keep working and you keep learning, it's going to grow. It's just bound to grow. It's math, right? It's just math. And it's like I look back now, today is almost 11 years. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, 11 years. I didn't have gray hair. My wrinkles were not there. But what I love about these 11 years is everything that I learned. So I would do it all over again because I learned so much. The experiences were so incredible. But I have to tell you something at the beginning, and I share that. We were blessed. I had my savings to do that. So I was able to volunteer for my company for the first couple years so that I could make it. Otherwise, I was not going to make it, right? So all those things you have to keep in mind. If you have to keep a job, it's okay. And don't feel bad about it, but just have that goal of, okay, let me see, how do I transition? I need $2,000 a week so that I can survive, because that's what my job is giving me, or 500 or whatever it is. So start creating with your other side hustle, like a lot of people call it. Start creating with your business and start targeting that goal. So when you reach that goal, then you're able to jump from here to there. I never advise any artist to just cold turkey. I'm gonna leave everything and I'm just gonna paint or just gonna sculpt or just gonna play.
No,
You're
yeah.
gonna be starving. Creativity dies when you're starving. It's very difficult. It's very
Oh,
difficult. But we can do it, right? We can do it.
I'm so
And
proud of
the journey is so much, I mean, it's so much fun. Gosh, just for just for that.
you. You're right. It is a long journey and it's not for the faint of heart, but you have wins that go along the journey. And so
Totally.
it's not all defeat because you have as many wins, if not more, than your losses. That's what keeps you progressing forward, right? And it's
Exactly.
interesting, the human mind. Sometimes we just go straight, like we can have an entirely awesome week and we focus on that one thing that went wrong. But we have
Exactly.
awesome week otherwise. And it was just like, okay, this one little blip, but come on, that's like what, 5%? look at all the 95% that went right, right? So
Yeah.
you're right. We as humanity, we tend to go into that place of, oh, I suck. Oh, I'm an imposter. But no, it's just keep
There.
on going. Because, right, you've been celebrating 11 years. Rockstar Marketing, my business, my marketing agency, just celebrated 12 years. And
Awesome.
it's like, I felt like a failure for the first 5 years. Like, am I going to make it? But
Yes.
we eventually come out on the other side. Now here's the cool thing, Viviana. Neither of us are done. We are not done.
No, no, no.
Yeah. And in a few years, we'll be clinking champagne glasses. Like, look, remember in
Yeah.
2022 when we were talking about this?
Yeah.
And then here
Yes.
we are, we're at another level. It's like playing a game, isn't it? You know, you play a little video game, you're the very first, or a board game, card game, video game, but let's focus on video games because that's so 21st century, right? Actually, it's 20th century, but okay, you know, I was playing Atari back in the day. But the thing is like, yeah, you start off and that first level, man, oh, I got this. That's easy.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Then
That
you go
that
to the second
feeling.
level. And the second level, you're like, ooh, this is a little harder. But then you practice and
Yes.
okay, I'm up to level 3. And then you get on level 3 and like, oh man. And the
Yeah.
next thing you know, you're like, oh, I'm at level 12. Oh my God, how did I get here?
Yes.
It's so fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. It is. I feel that the belief in yourself keeps growing. So some people are doubtful at the beginning, and that's normal because I think we were all in that bowl. If unless you started with a lot of experience, that's different. But that confidence starts growing as you keep reaching goals and you keep making things happen. Then you start feeling better, and yes, now I am the CEO. Now you feel it, but it's normal to feel insecure at the beginning, but the belief in ourselves that needs to be there. We need to believe. We need
Yeah.
to believe whatever it is. And like you say, we can have an incredible week and then that one little thing can ruin it. I have a chapter in my book that is called See No Evil, Hear No Evil. And it's about trying to close your eyes for everything that's negative, whatever it is. Either it comes from your mind, either it comes from your friend, it comes from your partner, whatever it is coming, just shut it down and focus. When we are in the worst moment, when we are in the difficult moment, when we don't know if we're going to make it, those are the moments that we still need to believe the most. Those are the moments that you need to like shut the reality because there's something incredible, guys. There's something incredible, and that is the power of thought, right?
Mm.
How we can change everything around us just with that. And a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's a reality because the way you think, it's going to dictate how you behave,
Mm.
your actions. And your
Mm.
actions are going to change the outcome of your career, of your business, whatever you do. So if you, I don't know, wake up and you have your own business and you wake up and you're like, oh gosh, I feel so horrible, no one's going to buy from me, why should I even sell today? Let me just shut it down. I'm not going to do anything. It's not going to happen. But if you wake up full of energy and you're like, no, it's going to happen, and this is going to come and this deal is going to close, and I'm going to be able to reach this, and I'm going to do these great things, something good is going to come out of there. That good energy is going to push you through. So I believe in that a lot. Totally. It's my daily routine to do that self taught, self inducing that, and we need to push that. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Sometimes you just like, gosh, why? And you're thinking, this is what I'm teaching, I need to be doing this is what I'm sharing.
Right.
But we're all humans, but we have to go there. We have to go there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We have
I
to.
remember we were having our dance business. It was 2014. I had just in June of 2014 published my book, How to Make Your Dance Business Profitable. By September of the same year, just a few months later, we were at the risk of shutting down because we were not profitable. I had always said, okay, our dance business has to pay for itself. And if we have 3 months where we are in the hole, we're shutting the thing down. Well, what was so fascinating is that the community would not let us shut down. They were like, okay, you're going to raise your prices and we're going to pay them, and we're going to find a different venue with lower rent so we can have our dance classes.
Awesome.
The community would not let it die. And it was so fascinating because here I am, the author of this, How to Make Your Dance Business Profitable. And I am facing a closure of my own business. And I'm like, well, but then again, I needed to walk that walk and talk that talk and shift and pivot and dodge to make
Yeah,
sure dance. And it did. It lasted, technically we're still around. We're just not doing group lessons because of COVID, but we are doing private lessons. But
that's
yeah,
awesome. That's
12 years
awesome.
running. Yeah, 12 years running. It's just fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, and the secret there is like what I told you at the beginning, the networking and having the family, the community that is gonna support you. That's incredible because you had that. When you have a community like that, is because you gave a lot. There's
Mm,
no, we are always, there's no coming without giving. There's no receiving without giving first. So obviously you gave a lot to that community and they rally around you to support you for that, and that's amazing. That's amazing. That's another tip, right? That gratitude, and not just wait to receive, not just wait to see what's coming, what's in it for me.
yes.
I believe that's the number one. My number one rule is love when it comes to business, because when you give first, when you really care about the people who you're serving, if you are there to serve these people, to help them, and
Hmm.
when you really care about them, that is a family, that's a community that's going to be there for you too. If you're there for your client's there for you. And
Yes.
I've practiced that because, well, I am a believer, like I said, and it's like that's the rule of thumb for me. I have to be honest. I have to give the extra mile. Why not? This
Mhm.
person is there for you. And also, I believe that the client they have many offers, they have many options, right? They chose you. So let's give them a reason to come back, and let's give them gratitude for choosing us for the service. I believe in that a lot. Yeah.
So true, because it's true. And I think I said this on your show, but I've been repeating it a lot lately because it resonates so well. If you do not have community around your brand, you are just a commodity, right?
Yes.
With
Yes.
anything creative, we can
Yes.
be creative, but if we are not building a community around that gift that we are
Yes.
providing the world, then you're just a commodity. You look like everybody else, but your tribe will find you if you are
Yes. And
that
that
to.
goes for artists, right? That goes for the artists. One tip that I give my mentees is always to give it the experience. If you're an artist, if you're a painter, if you're a musician, give, not just sell your art, not just sell the painting, sell the experience. What
Oh yeah,
experience are
story.
people gonna have
Yeah.
when they go get that painting? Well, how are you gonna make them feel special so
Yes.
that they to connect to the hearts? And
Yeah.
it's easy. I think it's so easy to do that, really. People who gravitate towards you are they're like-minded, like-hearted, they are. So it's not that challenging, it's not that difficult if we're sincere, and
Yeah.
make that a special unforgettable experience so people want to come back. They're like, what do you remember most, right? The people who make you feel good, right? Who was Maya D'Angelo, who said that people are going to forget a lot of things, right? They're not
Yeah.
going to forget how you make them feel.
So
And that's
true.
the secret. Make how you make them feel, that's the secret.
I love
So
it.
everybody can build a community, artists can build a community, definitely.
Well, Viviana, you've been amazing. Everybody, I hope you have enjoyed getting to know Viviana Puello. I mean, my goodness, isn't she on fire? Don't you want to just sign up for her coaching? So, Viviana, I'm going to write it all down and everyone's going to take notes and we're going to have
Yes.
in the show notes. How do we find you? How do we get a hold of you? Tell us how
Yep.
to find your podcast, all that stuff.
So go to vivianapuelo.com, and there you can get all the information. And if you want my book, You Are the Masterpiece, which is launching in a couple of weeks, you can pre-order it now, and you just go to youarethemasterpiece.com. and you get to pre-order. The book comes with a package of resources to help you implement every teaching in that book. And I tell you, it's life transforming. My journey there in a nutshell, with all the lessons, all the tips, all the things that I learned through the hard way all
Yeah.
these years. Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. I love it that you have resources to implement all the lessons
Yes.
in the book.
Yeah.
That's cool. Turning a book into a workbook is so smart. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I love it because it's always like, okay, if I'm telling you, for example, if I'm telling you to meditate, can I give you affirmations for you to share? And for
Mm,
me, it was important to share the fact that for me, that you are the masterpiece, that thought, that concept, I really wanted to go to the heart. So that's why I created that package. Yeah.
love
Thank
it. Love
you.
it. Well, everybody, thank you so much for watching our show today. It's so great to connect. This is why I started this, Viviana. I love connecting with people. I love making new friends. And I know that our audience also loves to explore and discover fantastic creative minds that just, we've all got our journey, but man, from going from homelessness to like super duper successful publisher and PR firm for artists. Wow. Wow.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
And remember, everybody, go to vivianapuello.com, VIVANAPUELLO.com. You'll be able to find all of her stuff, and do look for her book, You Are the Masterpiece, and her podcast, The
Yeah.
Winner's Journey.
The
Yes?
winner's journey. Yes. And you're there.
I love it, love it, love it. All right, my love. Everybody, thank you so very much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.